Hello again, this is Dante De Niro. This is my Lab 2 deliverable. This section is going to cover gRPC configuration on both the server and the networking devices. So for the networking devices sake, this is the configuration that was used. You basically just enable the API, which is gMNI. And then you're transporting any kind of gRPC information. This was just kind of testing around, but this is the only configuration that is really needed. And then I set persistence as well, so I can maintain that connection if needed for streaming telemetry. So that kind of covers all of this is the same on every single one of the networking devices. So kind of going over to the utility I used gnmic, which is basically just kind of a gRPC client for my server operations. So here I'm specifying the different targets that I want to stream from, the type of information I want. So I'm gathering interface status information and CPU utilization, excuse me. And then that's gathered every 10 seconds. So for here, I attempted to set up a database. However, it's not really showing up in my database, but I also am sending the same data to a file as well. So I have kind of two locations for the time being until I can kind of figure out how to get the information inside of this database. So I used InfluxDB for this, so we can kind of see what that is doing. So here it's going to just be a gnmic subscribe command, and then I'm using this configuration file that I just showed. So I'm using this file here. It's going to pull all of this information, and we can kind of check how it works. So here, right, everything's sending to my database, right, no errors. So this is the kind of information it's gathering. I'm gathering my CPU utilization per core, and I'm also gathering interface information as well. So you'll see interface statuses, status is up, and that'll be for every single one of the networking devices. So for the time being, I have it all stored in a file, so all of that data that was just gathered will be stored in this singular location. Again, that was defined here, so all of that log data is going to be sent to this file right here. On the contrary, right, so I'm also sending it here, which is my InfluxDB address. We can go here. Unfortunately, again, I'm not really positive as to why this isn't showing up, but that will be something I will need to work in the future, or I might just have to use a completely different database. It might just be how it's formatted. I'm not really sure. But again, it's being sent successfully. You can see here, I'm able to write. I'm writing all of that information in batches. It's just not kind of showing up on the web interface. But in the meantime, I am saving all that information to a file. So worst case, I can potentially parse this information, and then either send it to InfluxDB as kind of an automated CV script or CSV kind of script, or I might find a different database to use. But all of that stuff's kind of still being logged somewhere. So yeah, that is the gRPC portion of the lab. Thank you. Hey, just wanted to give a quick update video. I was not querying anything for my InfluxDB, so this is going to be all of my streaming telemetry data that I got from gRPC. So this will be each of the routers. I'm just kind of showing routers kind of 1 through 4 here. but this is like over a 5-minute time period. So you can see the kind of different fluctuations and the different data points it gathered kind of over that time frame. This is just gRPC data as for now. I'm sure I can potentially do some type of automatic CSV upload for my other logging data as like syslog and SNMP. So I'm sure that I can eventually get all of the rest of the data within InfluxDB as well. So just kind of want to give you a little update video to kind of show honestly how cool InfluxDB is, and that I'm kind of, I'm able to stream data from there. So this was all the data I kind of streamed. So that's being displayed here. Thank you.